So I'm joined by Jacob Hazel, of course, just announced that he's going to be moving on to a National League North Darlington. But we'll just start off really this interview, just reflect on your time at Whitby Town. Obviously, the first season was a pretty short one, but last season a real productive one for yourself.
Yeah, definitely, Liam. I mean, as soon as I came into the club, I was made to felt really welcome by all the lads, and obviously it was Chris who was in charge at the time. Obviously didn't get much under him anyway as he left, and then as it were, the season got cut short anyway. But yeah, especially this season, loved working with the management and the staff and all the board members. Yeah, really enjoyed my time there, and just a shame that we couldn't get a few more wins to push it into the playoffs. But that's football, and yeah, just reflect on a great time I had at Whitby.
Yeah, and on a personal note, in terms of the goals you scored, was that one of your most productive seasons you feel in front of goal?
Yeah, it was probably the highest level I've scored the most goals at, if that makes sense. I scored a few more in a season, a league below, but definitely the most productive I've been at operating at the higher level. So yeah, obviously quite a good season for myself. So yeah, obviously just want to thank all the boys and the management staff for obviously giving me the platform to go out and get so many goals.
Yeah, and as well, you've already mentioned about how welcome you felt at the club, and I think really on the back of your goal scoring record, that's really got you a good relationship with the supporters.
Yeah, really enjoyed my time there. Like I said, I've had family, my girlfriend and my family have come up and watched a few times, and they've been made to feel really welcome by all the fans and other people around the ground and stuff. So yeah, on that side, brilliant. I think that's what you always look for at a club is, yeah, how are things on the pitch, but also off the pitch. It's got to be right as well, and it certainly was during my time there.
Yeah, and obviously you mentioned about the frustration just missing out on those playoff spots. It's a really frustrating one. It's sort of just a couple of results towards the back end of the season that really let us down there.
Yeah, I was thinking about this actually earlier today. It's probably saying that, you look at the games just after Christmas, at the start of the year. That's where I personally think that let us down a little bit. Results-wise, I think Morpeth, Lancaster, Atherton, who would all be away. Sorry, would be Atherton and Lancaster away. And, even a draw in them two games, but we actually got quite heavily turned over by both of them. So that's how football is. You can't look back and think, there's plenty of teams throughout the leagues who will be thinking ifs and buts. But yeah, I tend to think that them three games just after Christmas, were where probably let us down.
Yeah, and a bit of an on-the-spot question, this one. What would you say was your highlight of your time at Whitby Town?
I think just getting so many goals in general. I think I've had quite a fruitful season, whereas I haven't really gone in more than 2 or 3 games where I've not scored. So I think probably if you put it down to a game, I think you're probably looking at my hat-trick against Mossley in the FA Cup. In the FA Trophy, that was obviously quite enjoyable and quite a good achievement. So yeah, I'd probably say that. But in general, I've had a great spell and really enjoyed my time on the whole, really.
Yeah, and you've touched on the cup runs as well. Is that another slight disappointment? The last season in particular, we couldn't get a couple of rounds further in both the FA Cup and the FA Trophy. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, at the time when we got drawn against York, especially in the FA Cup, I mean, probably at that stage in the competition, that's probably the biggest team we could have got. So happy for that, and great experience to go and play there. But yeah, a game that we probably look back on and think we could have done a little bit more. The FA Trophy, you'll have to remind me.
Which it was in the end that we lost to.
Oh my goodness, yeah, on a Tuesday night, yeah. Yeah, obviously there was a big carrot at the end of that game as well. I think it was Kings Lynn they went on to play. So yeah, the FA Trophy probably the more disappointing out of the two, because obviously we beat Nantwich a few weeks before at home. But yeah, like I say, that's just how football is at times.
Yeah, and you've already touched on about the fact that you've scored, the highest level you've scored goals regularly at. Obviously now going one step further up to Darlington. How do you think you'll be able to fare and settle in up at the new club?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can just take my form from this season into next. Obviously, yes, it's a level above, but I feel like, you know, if I stay fit and I'm playing well and the team are playing well, that I feel like I'll be able to contribute as much as I can, and whether that's through goals or actually just helping the team in general, of, you know, just setting up goals or holding the ball up further up the pitch or whatever I'm needed to do. You know, I'm there and I'm going there to test myself. You know, I'm not under no illusions that it's going to be. I'm not going there thinking, all right, I'm going to score every week or you know, finish the top goal scorer. Obviously, in my own head, I've got my own targets, but under no illusions that it's going to be easy. But no, I'm ready for the challenge.
And as well, hopefully in pre-season, we'll get a chance for the two clubs to meet in that one. I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that one. But at the same time, obviously last season as well, that was a fixture that you really did stand out and scored 2 great goals against Darlington typically as well.
Yeah. Well, when I spoke to the Darlington manager, he mentioned that game, and I'm looking forward to coming back and, you know, have a proper goodbye with the lads and you know, shake hands with likes of Graham and Ivor and people like that. Obviously, Bully and Nathan, and just say thank you for what they've done for me over the last couple of seasons, especially over COVID. You know, looking after the players and myself, and, you know, always being on the end of the phone. So no, be good to, you know, have a pint with them and just thank them for that.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, obviously a pleasure to watch you on the pitch and a class act off it as well. It's been a real pleasure having you at the club over the last couple of years.
Yeah, cheers, Liam. I appreciate that. Obviously, you and Paul do a great job there. So, yeah, stay in touch and keep up the good work, mate.